take time. Okay. The
I'm ready.
AEW Women's Division. When it started, here's the thing that, a lot of people were bashing AEW's Women's Division, but here's the hot take. When AEW started, the men's division had Chris Jericho, you had Cody, you had the Elite, you had Kenny Omega, you had, Moxley came in, you had all these well-established male wrestlers where the young guys, the pillars that we talk about, could rise up. In the women's division, though, they struggled because for a while they weren't sure who was going to be their lead. For a while, they actually were pushing Allie. The Bunny was actually going to be their female, Cody for a minute. Didn't quite work out. They were still trying to figure that out. Riho, of course, became the champion, but then again, it was hard for her to be present all the time. Nyla was a great choice to take the title from her. But what we also got to see is the evolution of Britt Baker. And she kind of was a great litmus test too, or not litmus test, but a personification of the growth of the women's division. In that first run, that first step was Britt Baker going from Britt Baker babyface to the DMD role model. And I think actually the best thing was when she got hurt, but she still played this character. That was such a great, when she got me when she said chubby Whataburger faces. I was done. I was like, this is perfect for her. That was the first run. Then, if you recall, Hikaru Shida challenged for the NWA title to who was the champion in NWA? Oh, yeah, Thunder Rosa, which was my first introduction to Thunder Rosa. And immediately I was like, we need her in AEW ASAP. She was still in NWA at the time. And with Serena Deeb, that was a great feud there too. But, and I think if you remember, there was a big bidding war. Is Thunder going to stay with an NWA? Is she going to go to WWE? They wanted her to be a ref. Can you imagine what a ugh, don't even want to think about that. But when Thunder came to AEW, that was the next level. That was the next level up to the women's division. So you got Britt Baker, role model, then Thunder Rosa. And Thunder Rosa came in and raised the bar again. Now, I'm not knocking the talent that was there, but Thunder came in like thunder and lightning. And not only did that, but if you remember at the time, especially the pandemic era, she was bringing in all Thunder Rosa people. Like she was bringing that. We saw Maddie Rinkowski. A lot of the Mission Pro wrestlers were coming in. Willow, Sky Blue later on. Roche Chanel, Holiday. We started. She would bring in for the dark matches. And some of those folks were like Kylan King. There was a lot of these female wrestlers that Thunder was able to bring in and elevate the whole thing. Plus, she was able to work and build up all these matches. And then, like you said, they had the lights out match between Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker. And that was the first time there was anything that epic on the women's division at AEW.
By
the
far.
Blood and Hardcore and those ladies, and say what you want about the behind the scenes drama, whatever, those ladies brought it. And you had Mick Foley talking about it. You had so many people talk. That was the highlight. And that was the next level for the women's division. And not to keep going, but just after that, boom, boom, there were things that happened. You did tag match, Ty J versus the Bunny and Penelope Ford hardcore match. You had all these things, and then all these other signings, things, elevation here, the introduction of the TBS title. Say what you want about Jade Cargill, but that was such a smart move to put the TBS title on her.
Agreed.
And then look at Julia Hart now for how far she's come. You look at the elevation of some of the big players in AEW. Jamie Hayter's another example too, because she wrestled Britt Baker in the first season of Dynamite, and she was totally not the same wrestler she is today. She was a little bit thicker. She had this weird kind of half hair thing, and she did a wet willy on Britt Baker. That's what stood out to me. But now Jamie Hayter now is like, she's championship material. And when you hear her music, it's going to pop. So, and now where we are today with Mercedes Moné coming in, and Mercedes Moné would not come to AEW if she didn't feel like it was going to benefit her. And the landscape, not just with the women's division, but wrestling in whole with AEW, and now the rise of TNA, as TNA is starting to get a lot more recognized. The landscape for wrestlers right now is tremendous. It's so great to be a fan, but it's got to be tremendous to be a talent as well, because you have options. You have options out there to get seen. But the women's division itself, I feel like, has completely elevated in AEW, and it's thanks to Britt Baker, Thunder Rosa. I would argue that Willow and Sky Blue have had a hand in it. I've 180 on Sky Blue. Julia Hart's transformation. There's been, and Mercedes Moné coming in. I think all of these
Justin Rhodes.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. I think the rise of all of this female talent has been tremendous. And I think it's a testament to the hard work the ladies have been putting in. I'd love to see some more. I wish, yes, I agree with Bobby. I'd love to see Penelope Ford back. I was hoping we would see Rio more frequently. I wish Sheeta would stay longer. We need more Nyla. And I'd like to, it's a shame the bunny left. She has her reasons, but I felt like she was a compelling character too. And I would have loved to see what she could do, but I'm excited. I think the AEW women's division's on fire right now. And you got to highlight Toni Storm, timeless Toni Storm. Right when I felt like the Outcast thing was falling apart, and I was like, "Where are they going? And what a fail!" But timeless Toni Storm, which I understand, RJ City is like helping her write a lot of these ideas.
Right.
The Toni Storm transformation and this whole All About Mariah, All About Eve parallel has been so captivating to watch as a fan. And this turn, everything that's going on, I think it's tremendous. And I'm just super excited, not just where this feud is going, but where the women's division is going to continue to go. What are we going to see when we get to Full Gear? And there's rumors that a certain Rebecca Quinn might down the line show up at AEW. Wouldn't that be